So here's Haley. In her Substack, she'll have these articles, and she has one about, I don't know the title offhand, but it's about appreciating the mundane. It was something along those lines, and she details her time in an abusive relationship. Haley, I will say this: I do feel bad for you on that respect that you were wrapped up in that relationship where a man started to normalize certain angry, certain violent behaviors towards you. No woman deserves that. That's my motto. No woman deserves to be treated that way with a drunken husband uh, who is violent. No woman. That's my stance. So you've went through the worst. You told it in your little story, and you question Felicia Gillespie, and you rub shoulders with Pat Dixon, who has a history of violent temperament towards women. So let me ask you, Haley, do you pick and choose the women you want to believe, even though it happened to you? Even though that bad experience happened to you? Do you pick and choose based upon the men you want to be buddy with? It's interesting. It's really interesting how you portray yourself. It's really interesting how all of the sudden, out of the blue, you want the world to believe that you went through a tough time with your then boyfriend, spouse, whatever the hell, that he was a piece of shit to you. But when another woman went through something horrible with another man, you ingratiate yourself with that man, and you tell your audience to not believe this woman who went through hell. So you should really reorganize your viewpoint if you're going to say one thing and then out of the blue just to, I seen Dixon make a lot of money talking about Karmic. And then you run with that. You run with the idea of calling a woman who's been in a abusive relationship a liar after what you've been through, Haley, after the shit she's been through, to join the bandwagon, the Dixon bandwagon of him living in this weird mindset where everything that he has done wrong in his life to get him to where he is now was all a conceited effort against him. And he sold it because he has nothing to do during his day but to think of a way to sell that he's an innocent man so he can gain more sympathy, more support. And you want to rub elbows with him. Good job, Haley. You should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of yourself. So remember where you came from, and now remember who you're lining up with, if you have that ability. Or maybe, just maybe, people will think you're a lying pile of shit. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe you're just a grifter. A grifter who uses ChatGPT to talk about my timestamps. So consider that, Haley. Consider exactly the words you said in the past and line them up with the words you're saying today. When Tim Pool had you on his stream as, and a pundit, you were putting yourself in you were elevating yourself, I believe. But then you go into this route where you say you've been victimized, and then you say this person is lying about being victimized by being abused. You said you were the one abused, and now you are saying everybody else's story is subject. So I'm going to tell people not to believe in it. You don't have any idea who Felicia Gillespie is. You have no clue, and you don't deserve to know her. She is several levels above you in every single way. So there. So you go ahead, keep talking about me, keep putting out, articles about the life you lived, and then compare it with the life you're living now as you're rubbing elbows with a woman abuser. Good job, Haley. You came far, kid. Good job. You should be proud of yourself.
Good. Let's go.
I said my piece. She's an abusive human being on all fronts, Haley. She's an abusive individual. And I told her the truth. She wants to market herself as, I went through a tough time, okay? But I don't have to believe Felicia because I think Pat Dixon's a good man. That's what she's going with right now, people. She's a grifter, a big grifter. As she gets her appearances on Tim Pool, I mean, really awkward appearances, by the way. I think it was just one. I think she failed the first one and never got back. But hey, I digress. Thank you. Months ago, she just out. I have never said one negative thing about her. Not one. She has lied about me every which way. And I don't know why she lives so comfortably feeling that way after everything she's been through. Really. So go read her Substack, everybody. It's for public consumption. Just saying. Just saying. Derek Bookman, why don't you have any kids, investments, or assets? Well, if I did have kids, or investments, or assets, I wouldn't let a creepy piece of shit like you know about it. You're the last person I'd tell anything about my life. Trust me, you are the last individual ever. That parasite, Haley, and you probably say, hey, that makes sense to me. Dixon's old grift makes sense to me. You guys are easily swayed. Remember, do you think it's normal? Do you think it's normal for Dixon to punch Gino? Do you think that's a normal thing to do when you work with the guy? Do you think that's a normal, or is there something more underneath the surface, like a drug addiction? Has he paid Kevin Brennan back for his lawyer fees? Has he? Has he? Has he been able to maintain a residence? Or is he using squatters' rights? God only knows. Only knows exactly what he's doing. But yeah, you want to live like a man-child for the rest of your life. Yeah, you're going to be a problem to a lot of individuals. Whatever, Derek. Whatever. People are like, Karmic, why are you doing this? I'm like, I told you. I have a crazy woman trying to destroy my channel on the behest
of Pat Dixon.
All right? That's what's going on. That's what's going on. So that's why it's on Patreon. I can't keep my videos on YouTube, or else she'll say, here's the timestamps, people, where Karmic was a little bit too rough. Wow. What a weird, twisted world. I don't even want to talk about this degenerate loser. I really don't. I have nothing good to say about that individual and the way she carries herself. It's so gross. Thank you. Goodbye. Your clipping of my show sucks dick.
Without Dave, I wouldn't be here.
Well, now we know who to blame.
If you enjoyed this clip, you can thank the ultimate life form by using the super tip link in the description. Do it. or don't.
Yeah, Final Boss. That's right, Final Boss. I love Final Boss.